Happy New Year, Maximizers! I don't know what happened to my TikTok live, but let's get it back. Like, what happened, TikTok? Okay, let's see. Okay, Happy New Year, Maximizers! I am so very excited to be here with y'all. I'm so excited that it is 2024. Um, if this is your first time watching one of my lives, hi. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a business coach, and I help women take the idea from their brain and turn it into a profitable business that they love. I have been a coach since 2019, technically, and I have been a business coach for, I would say, the past 2 years. Because I've been helping people with businesses for the past like 2.5 years, but I'm going to say I have been a business coach for the past 2 years. I have helped, I will say I've helped over 20 women actually start their businesses from scratch. But as far as coaching women in business, I believe I've helped over about 40 ish. I need to do the calculations now that 2023 has ended. I think I've helped around 40 to 45 women actually with their businesses over the past like 2.5 years. And I am just excited. I'm very excited for the new year. I am very excited for the new goals. I'm very excited for the new things that I want to do in my business with the women who have been desiring to start a business. And I have made some goals for myself for 2024 as it relates to being a business owner, as it relates to connecting with my audience, as it relates to growing my business. And I've decided that for some of them, I'm not going to share them goals out loud. I've decided that I am going to work on myself as a business owner and myself as a person and just show up for y'all as I'm working on those goals. But in the midst of that, I was like, I need to share the excitement of doing something new, the excitement of doing something scary. So, in today's live, I want to talk to you about being excited to start a business in 2024 because every day is a good day to start new goals, new focuses, new intentions, new resolutions. But I think January 1st for all of us inspires this sense of like we have a fresh 365 days in a calendar year to work towards what we want. And for me, it's always about progress and not perfection. So I would love to know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And do you want to start a business this year? Put some money signs in the chat. If you have been wanting to start a business in 2024, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. I want to know who is here. I want to know who I'm talking to. I want to know where you are. I'm very engaging in my lives. I enjoy helping women, period. And I need to know who's here. So let me know where you're watching from in the chat. And if you want to start a business, please drop some money signs in the chat. If you're like, you know what, this is my year to start a business. This is what I've set my mind to. And what I really want to encourage you to do with this live is to encourage you to do more of what you want. Encourage you to follow your heart's desires. Encourage you to use the fear or anything that you are scared of to perpetuate you further in this thing we call life to get you more of what you want. Okay, I see Lynn from VA. Hey, Lynn, thank you so much for joining. Can you tell me what kind of business are you looking to start, or are you not sure yet? What kind of business are you looking to start, Lynn? Let me know what kind of business you are looking to start. I want to thank you so much for being here. I am live on all of my platforms. I'm live on TikTok, uh, Instagram, both of my YouTube channels, and my Facebook page. So if you see me looking around, I'm on multiple screens. Bernita is on YouTube. She is from North Carolina. Thank you so much, Nita, for joining us. Let me know in the comments. Do you know what business you want to start? And if you don't, that's totally fine. But I like to know who's here. I like to know what you're thinking about, what you're working on, what your business is. And I just really want to encourage you in this live to get excited about what you want. Get excited about what lights you up. Get excited about your goals and what you want to do. And really let yourself know that we all have these big, massive goals. If your not goals are big, hairy, and audacious and scary, you're probably not dreaming big enough. But I also want to remind you that we reach these big goals one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one time at a time. So if you've been wanting to start a business, you're in the right place. And now is the time. And I'm going to talk to you about some things that you can do to get you more excited and more focused to start your business in 2024. Lynn says, I want to do sublimation tumblers. Awesome. Have you already started doing that? Do you already do tumblers? Do you already do sublimation in some form or fashion? And what's your niche going to be? Are you doing any kind of sublimation, or what's your like specific area? And then Lot is here from Mississippi. Channelot, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here from Mississippi. Do you already have a business, Channelot, or are you looking to start a business? If you're just joining, welcome, welcome. We are talking today about being excited to start a business in 2024. And I'm going to share with you some of my tips as someone who's been in business for 5 years. I've been in business since 2018. I've been coaching since 2019. I want to share with you some tips and things that I have done that has helped me to get excited, stay excited, be excited about my business. And before I get into these tips, y'all, I want you to know, number one, business is hard. It is not going to be easy. There's going to be very high highs and very low lows. It's not going to be easy. But some of the things that I'm going to talk to you about are going to give you some motivation and some insights and some tools to help you get excited and stay excited about your business. Now, I love these lives. I love engaging with you all. So I am going to read every single comment, but I'm also going to give you all the tea. My lives usually last around an hour, and I just started 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to go to every single comment, and then we're going to dig into some things that you can do to help you get excited and stay excited in your business. So Nita on YouTube says, I have 2 areas of passion, booking and real estate. I'm not sure if I want to fully dip into accounting again. It's been a while. Okay, so what do you mean by booking? Booking what? Hey, Andrea, thank you so much for joining. Happy New Year. Booking what? Can you clarify with me what do you mean by booking? Christina's here from, is that Missouri? Thank you so much for joining. I dabble and I'm not sure about my niche, and it's okay. You don't have to be sure about your niche. You know what you want to do. You want to do sublimation tumblers. So you already have half the battle out the way. Lot says, I want to work on building an interior design / organizing business. Ooh, I love that. Have you done that before? Is that a specialty of yours? Is that something that you have done, whether for a 9 to 5, for free, etc.? I would love to know more. So my first tip for you, if you are someone who's like, you know what, 2024 is my year, I'm finally going to start my business. My first tip for you is you have to decide right now that your business is important and it's a priority. Now, when you are starting your business, for a lot of us, myself included, when I started Chris the Maximizer, I started my business as a side hustle. It was something in addition to my 9 to 5. It was something that I started that did not have any financial stability, in the sense of I didn't need to make money in my business to survive. My 9 to 5 paycheck paid my bills. But in that same breath, you cannot treat your new business as an afterthought side hustle. You have to decide that your business is important and it's a priority. So that means you have to decide that you're going to make sacrifices for it. Time, money, and energy sacrifices. So if you truly want to be serious about starting your business, and remember, you are doing everything from scratch, okay? You have to decide that your business is important and it's a priority. And when it's important and it's a priority, what does that look like to you? So when I started my business, I started off teaching women how to coupon and budget. I was doing coaching. I taught, I had a membership. I've sold a course. I've sold master classes. Okay. So right now I'm a business coach. I only sell business coaching packages. Okay. So to me, when I started off back in 2018, how did I make my Chris the Maximizer coaching a priority? Number one, I stopped doing anything extra at my 9 to 5. If it's not in my contract, I'm not getting paid extra for it, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to happy hour with my coworkers, and I only ate lunch once a week with them. I dedicated 1 hour minimum a day to my side hustle, but in actuality, I was working about 3 hours a day on my business. I made it a priority. Okay. I made it a priority. I decided that it was important, and I was not going to let my business fall by the wayside. I stuck to my schedule. So you have to ask yourself right now, are you ready to commit the time, the energy, and the money to your business? But you have to make it a priority. If you do not make the business a priority, it cannot and will not grow. No one is ever going to run your business, love your business, and grow your business like you in the beginning stages. So you right now have to decide, is this important enough to me Is the type of business I want to have something that I enjoy, something that I like, something that lights me up? And if it is, cool. If it's not, I encourage you to find a business idea that does that for you. Because if it doesn't excite you, if you're not good at it, if it's not something that you enjoy, you will quit. It will not be important. You'll quit and it won't be a priority. So, my first suggestion for you to get excited about your business is decide right now, is it important? And if it isn't a priority, and if it is, what are you going to do to make sure that your business is flowing? Your business is getting worked on every single day. So, I see some comments. I'm going to jump to them in a second. But for me, as a coach, my suggestion for you, if your business is new, 1 hour per day on your business, and on your days off, 2 to 3 hours. So, in the beginning stages of your business, you should be dedicating 7 to 10 hours per week on your business. You're probably like, Crystal, I'm busy. How can I do that? Very simply, you have to reallocate your time to make your business a priority. Okay. So, Nita says bookkeeping. Oh, bookkeeping is good, but you don't know if you want to do accounting. Okay. So, from my perspective, real estate is great. There's a lot of red tape and you have to do a lot with real estate. It's not something that you can actually like start from home and do from home, right? So it just depends on Nita what you want. What is most important to you? Now, if you love the act of like finding the houses for people and being their seller and helping your buyer, then real estate. But if you are looking for something that gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of control, bookkeeping may be the way to go. Because all you need is a phone, a laptop, and a computer to do bookkeeping. You set your rates, you decide how much you get paid versus real estate doesn't like the type of deal determine how much money you make. Now you can sell an unlimited amount of houses, right? But you only have so much energy to show the houses and do the paperwork. So you're going to have some sort of ceiling when it comes to real estate. But I'm just pointing out the pros and cons of what I know about these two industries, and I'm not the expert. You're most likely the expert in those areas if it is going to be your business of choice. If you're not the expert, that's when you want to do the research. So when you're starting off in your business, the 7 to 10 hours per week could literally be research, excuse me. You research in each industry, the ins and outs, what you need, the do's, the don'ts, so that you kind of understand what you're putting yourself into. Okay. Um, that's what I would suggest to you. Sorry, y'all. My sister is calling me. So let me tell her that I'm live. Give me 1 second. My sister's calling me. I gotta tell her that I'm live. Otherwise, she's gonna keep calling. Where's my text message to her? I'm live right now. I'm live right now. Live. Okay, send. Okay. Otherwise, she'll keep calling me if I don't text her. Okay. So you have to decide, is your business important and is it a priority? And how can you make time for it? Reallocate any wasted time that does not serve you. I cut out my scrolling. I told you I cut out eating lunch with my coworkers. That gave me 4 hours a week. I would spend my hour lunch breaks at work working on my business. I didn't do anything extra for work. So all that extra time I was spending on work, I spent that on my business. Look at your calendar and put in the times that you are going to work on your business. What are all the things you don't know or need to know or want to know about your business industry? Make time for all of that. So my first tip for you, if you are interested in exciting and starting a business in 2024, decide that it's important and it's a priority. I see a lot of you are popping on. Welcome. My name's Crystal. I am a business coach and I help women take the ideas from their brain and turn it into a profitable business that they love using social media as your marketing platform. I would love to know where you're watching from. So let me know in the comments what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And if you want to start a business in 2024, put some money signs in the chat. If you're ready to start your business in 2024, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. My first tip that I gave to you is decide that your business is important and it's a priority. And I also forgot to say that I have been in business. I started my business in 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon and budget. 5 years later, almost 6 years later, I've made multiple six figures online, and I have transitioned from helping people save money and budget to helping women make money. Because after my money saving clients had saved money, they got out of debt, they did all the things they wanted to do. They were like, Crystal, we want to make more money. Can you teach us? So I started teaching them how to start side hustles. And here I am today, transitioning to being a full-time business coach. Last year was my first year of being like, I'm going to be a business coach because I'm really, really good at helping people dig deep within themselves, find what they actually like and monetize it and actually make money doing it. Okay. I have done some work for friends and family. That's amazing. So, hey, interior design may be the thing for you. So, let me know where you're watching from. I do respond to every comment, but I am on all of my platforms right now. So, I'm live on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the things. Yes, bookkeeping probably until my baby gets older or she gets her tubes out. Understood. So, bookkeeping may be the best thing for you. Okay. So, let me scroll through these comments and then we're going to go to number 2 of how to stay excited for starting your business in 2024. Okay. Let me see. I have a lot. Chanel says, right. Yes, absolutely. Your business has to be a priority. Your business has to be a priority and you have to decide that it's important. If you treat it like an afterthought, it's not going to grow. The other thing I want to say about that, y'all, all of us are multi-passionate. All of us are good at a lot of things. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to say it's impossible because anything's possible, but it's impractical for you to try to have 3 different businesses at once. Okay? If you want to do taxes, you want to do hair, you want to sell nails, you want to sell lashes, that's a lot of different industries, a lot of different ideal clients all at once. So I'm encouraging you to pick one business idea and grow it to you making consistent money before you start a new one. Because trying to do 3 businesses, 4 businesses at once, you cannot give each business 100%, and none of them are going to grow in the way that they need to because they're not a priority if you have 3 or 4 of them. Listen, I got fired from my 9 to 5. On my 1-year YouTube anniversary, my 1-year business anniversary, I got fired from my 9 to 5. And when I got fired, I tried to do so many different things and I could not get to 100% in any of them. And I had full-time availability. It was impossible for me. For me, it was impossible. So I had to learn that you have to pick one thing and excel in it. When I focused just on teaching women how to coupon, I made 6 figures. And now I'm focusing on teaching women just how to start a business and I made close to 6 figures. Okay. Once I was like, you know what? I just want to help women start a business. I made close to 6 figures. So you have to decide that your business is important, it's a priority, and pick one thing. If you are running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to do 75 businesses, hey, Rose, thank you so much for joining. So excited to have you here. Rose, you're in Maryland. I'm actually in Maryland right now as well. Hey, Amanda, thank you so much for joining. I'm finally getting to the comments. Thanks for spelling my name with a K. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for joining. I'm so excited to have y'all here. Definitely let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. Consistency is my struggle. Listen, you have to treat your business how you treat these 9 to 5s. I would tell myself, if I can go and work for 8.5 hours, drive 30 minutes to work, 30 minutes back home, take my kids to daycare, if I can give these people basically 10 hours a day of my life, right? Because I worked for 8 hours. We took a 1-hour lunch. I had to commute. If I can give these people 8 to 10 hours of my life, I can give my business 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day. And it's January 1st. I am with my family. 2023 was a hard year for your girl, but I told myself, I set some internal goals for me. I set some intentions for how I want to show up. And I am not going to get the results that I desire if I'm not consistent. So I'm consistently moving a little bit at a time. Working 8 hours a day is not going to work for me, even though I'm full time. So I'm like, you know what? If I just give myself 3 to 4 hours a day, I can move the needle so much. So if you have a 9 to 5, if you have kids, you have a spouse, you have grandkids, you have family, if you have a whole lot going on in your life, I understand. But I want to encourage you to find 1 hour. Can you wake up 30 minutes before your kids and stay up 30 minutes after? Okay. Can you have someone watch your kids for 1 hour so you can do a little bit of work? Maybe you can have somebody watch your kids for 3 hours on one day. So that takes up 3 of your days of working. I want you to decide that it's important and stay consistent. And if you need help with consistency, you can also get an accountability partner, but you can also get a business coach. You can also get someone to actually help you. And I'm going to talk to you in a little bit about how we can work together. to help you start and grow your business, but also for accountability. When I was paying my business coach $1,000 a month when I first started, Jesus, I was terrified. When I was paying that $1,000 a month, I was showing up. Why? I needed my money's worth. I needed to justify that $1,000 a month, and it was supreme accountability. And as much as people don't want to talk about it, sometimes you have to pay for accountability. Sometimes you have to pay to be in the room with the people that you want to be around. Sometimes you have to pay to up level your life. And people say it's paying for friends. No, it's paying for access. It's paying for opportunity. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a business coach. I'm saying that because it's the truth. You have to pay to be in the places that you want to be in, especially if this is important and a priority to you. Okay. So let me go to my second tip, and then I'm going to go to some more questions and comments. My second tip to get excited about your business and start your business in 2024 is to ask yourself. People ask me this question all the time. Okay. What business do you want? What problem do you want to solve with your business? The best businesses solve a problem or offer convenience or a little bit of both, right? So if your business is not solving a problem or offering convenience, it's probably not going to be that successful, right? Because that means that no one needs it. That means that it's not important. That means that it's not a priority. So I want you to ask yourself, for the business that you want to have, what problem are you solving or what convenience are you offering? And this is the time for you to be supremely selfish. You need to do what you like. So I started my business teaching women how to coupon because I had coupon for 10 years and I freaking love it. I freaking love it. Okay. But now I've transitioned to teaching women how to start a business. And as much as I love couponing, I'll never stop couponing. I love helping women make money more because when women make more money, they make more impact. When women make more money, they change their lives, they change their families' lives. And I love that. I love helping women find amazing ideas to empower themselves and do more of what they want. Because a lot of times, as we grow up as women, we don't do what we want all the time. We do what we have to. And we do what we want on a small level. Like we want to get our nails done, we want to eat out. But the big shit, we don't do. So when you have a business and you become a boss, you like see the world differently. And people may call you an itch for that, which will happen, but you standing in your authority and being confident, it completely changes your life. Completely changes your life. Okay. Completely changes your life. So I love that. So that's what I want to do. And I had to take my own advice because I struggled. I struggled with changing from being a coupon and budget coach to being a business coach. But I sat and I had a come to Jesus moment with myself. Crystal, what do you want? What do you want to do? What problem are you solving? So I'm solving the problem of helping women start their businesses in the beginning stages because there's not a lot of business coaches that are helping women with their ideas. Because I took me 10 years to figure out what business I was going to start. Took me a week to land on Krista Maximizer, literally a week, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it took me a week after closing down one business to start Krista Maximizer. Okay. So I want you to get selfish and I want you to write down what do you want? And based on what you want and what you like, what problem can you actually solve? If your business doesn't solve a problem, you have nothing to sell. You have nothing to sell if your business doesn't solve a problem, right? If your business doesn't solve a problem, I'm sorry, what I'm trying to say. I get so excited that I be stumbling over my words. Okay. Okay. Healing Organic said, I'm in South Carolina. Also new. I'm interested in growing my business. I got fat this time. Oh no, not you got fat. Oh no. So tell me, what is your business that you want to start? What is your business? What you want to start? 1K for what? So I hired my business coach to be in her 6-month accelerator program. And the goal of that program was to help you grow your business to 10K months. Now, I was not in a place to grow my business to 10K months, but there was no other business coach that I aligned with that could help me. I was new. I did not know what I was doing. I knew how to help people, but I didn't know the systems of business. I didn't know anything about email marketing. I didn't know anything about preparing for a launch. I did not know anything about mindset. Your mindset is freaking everything. You change your mindset, you change your life. So there was things about business that I didn't know, systems, organizations, business practices. I didn't know how to run an online business. I knew how to coupon, I knew how to talk, I knew how to teach a class. So I paid $1,000 a month for that because that was the best coach that aligned with me. There was no other people teaching couponing in the way that I did. I literally changed the industry. I disrupted that couponing industry because now people teach similar to how I taught, but no one was doing it that way before. So, yes, I paid her $1,000 a month for 6 months, and then I paid a little around that amount to be in her mastermind, and she's been my business coach for the past like 5 years. So, I paid to learn from someone who's made millions of dollars online, because six in comparison to the amount of money that I made from working with her, $6,000 was absolutely nothing. What I learned from her is invaluable. The systems and the skills that I learned are things that I still use to this day that have helped me make over $300,000 in 4 years. So I made over $300,000 in 4 years. And from her coaching, it helped me change. Now, would I been able to make six figures on my own without a coach? Probably. Would it have taken me a lot longer? Yes. Would I have wasted a lot of time? Yes. So when you are investing in yourself by investing in a coach, you're investing in a cheat code. Everything's not going to be perfect and it's not going to be easy, but you're basically learning from someone who's done it before. The way to wrap your mind around it is, if you want to make your high school basketball team and you know that in elementary or middle school, and you get a personal trainer, this coach is training you to be prepared for that audition. Same thing like a vocal coach, same thing like a personal trainer. If you want to change your body and change your weight, you are paying to work with someone who's done what you want to do, who's helped other people do what you want to do. Business coaching is the same. I'm not here to give you the answers. I'm here to help you pull the greatness out of yourself and make the best decision for yourself based on the information that you have. So I 1000% believe in coaching. I feel like it's completely life changing. Okay. Completely life changing. And that $1,000, I would do it again. If I had to go back, I would do it again. And I wish I would have found my business coach a lot sooner. I wish I would have found my business coach a lot sooner. Okay. Because I feel like I would have been able to do more faster if I would have found her sooner. I hired my business coach 3 months after I got fired. And y'all, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Mindset is everything. I make her herbal soaps and heal skin issues, psoriasis, dark spot, large pores. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. I would like to sell on Amazon. And as much as I watch videos on how to start, I don't understand. Okay. So I am not the expert for Amazon. I am not the expert for Amazon. I'm being 1,000% honest with you. That is not my area of expertise. I'm really good with helping you market. I'm really good with helping you create your own products and services to sell. But as far as Amazon, I I'm not sure. So you may have to find someone and like actually purchase a course or work with a coach in some program to actually learn how to sell on Amazon, because there's a lot of different things. There's KDP, there's FBA, there's drop shipping, not my area of expertise. And I don't know anyone off the top of my head who's an expert in it, but I would encourage you to do the research to actually find a person to work with versus watching videos, because the videos are not going to give you everything that you want. Andrea says, I inherited a house from my mom and I want to turn it into an Airbnb. As of now, I have a home daycare that allows me to have 6 kids, and my mom says I can have 12 kids. Ooh. So are you going to move into that house and use that for your daycare so you can have more kids? Okay. So that was number 2. What kind of business do you want and what problem do you want to help solve? Okay. What problem do you want to help solve? Okay, let me see what other comments I have. I'm definitely going to invest in myself so much this year. Yes, you freaking got this. Investing in yourself is going to help you so much. It's going to help you go further faster. It's going to help you go further faster for sure. Okay, so my third tip for you to get excited about your business in 2024 is to get clear on your offer. Get clear on how are you solving that problem. Remember, number 2 is we figured out what business we want and we figured out what problem we're solving. I wanted to solve the problem of helping women start a business from scratch. I wanted to solve a problem of helping women start to make their first consistent $1,000 per month. That's my goal in my signature coaching program, is to help women make a consistent $1,000 per month. Because before you can make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, make $100,000 a month, you've got to learn how to consistently make 1,000. You've got to learn how to build your audience on social media. You've got to learn how to make content that converts. You have to learn how to engage in your audience. You have to learn how to prepare for a launch. So I want to be the business coach that helps you at the beginning. That's the problem I'm solving. And how do I help you solve it? What are you selling? I'm going to give you some examples. So if that's my problem that I want to solve, I want to help you learn how to start your business from scratch. So take an idea from your brain that you want to start a business and turn it into a business, okay? You can either sell a physical product, something really tangible, or you can sell a service. Now, when it comes to business coaching, I'm going to give you a an example of a physical product. I could sell you a planner, a notebook, where I give you prompts of like, okay, if you're thinking about starting a business, these are all the questions to ask yourself. This is how you can stay consistent. This is what you can do. If that makes sense, give me some hearts. So I could sell you a physical a planner, or a digital one that's still considered a product. I could sell you a physical planner that gives you everything that you need. That would be considered a product. I could also sell you a course, because even though it's not physical, it's still a product where I can just give you the course and you do it on your own. That's an example of a physical product that I could sell you. But the problem that I want to solve is I want to be able to help you create your business. And what I've learned after being in the coaching industry and helping women, it's better to learn from a person than from a course, than from an ebook, than from a planner. So I believe in live coaching. Now, I have course modules that you watch, but moving forward, my plan is to not sell any of my clients a digital product that does not include live coaching. So what I have right now to help women start a business is called the Brain to Business Bootcamp. So this helps solve the problem of women being stuck and not able to start their business. So the Brain to Business Bootcamp is an 8-week group coaching program. Now, in this 8-week group coaching program, I help you with 4 things to solve the problem. Again, we're solving the problem of helping you start your business from scratch. Number 1, I help you figure out your business idea based on what you like to do and what you're good at. You don't come in my program and I'm like, be a virtual assistant, be a travel agent, do this, be a business coach. No. You come into my program and we're going to assess what is your heart's desire? What lights you up? What makes you happy? What do you want out of life? What quality of life do you want? Right? So we're going to help you come up with your business idea. That's the first thing. The second thing is we're going to help you figure out your offer, what you're selling. So based on what your business is, what problem that you're solving, I'm going to help you figure out if you should be selling a physical product like some lip gloss or a service like a coaching program. Okay. Then most importantly, I'm going to help you price it, because women notoriously underprice. Women price their offers, their products or services based on what they think people can afford. Go ahead and like this if you've been thinking about pricing it based on what people can afford. You don't want to be too expensive and you want to help people. Now, I'm not out here saying to sell a shirt that you got for $1 for 1,000. But what I'm saying is you have to price your offers. So from day one, from the moment you make your first sale, you make money. My clients, we're not putting all of our money back into the business, and you are not going to work in your business for free once people start paying you. So in the beginning stages, when no one's paying you, you're working for free. It's a necessary evil. But from the moment the first person buys from you, you should be able to pay yourself. So I'm going to help you price your offer so that you can pay yourself. And number 4, I'm going to help you figure out the best social media platform for you to use for your business, one platform. And I'm going to help you figure out what type of content that you are going to be creating so that you can build your audience and get prepared to sell. You cannot sell to an empty room. If you have a business, but you haven't built your audience, you're not going to be able to make sales. You need to connect with people. You have to get your audience to know, like, and trust you before you sell to them. So those are the 4 things that I cover in my Brain to Business Bootcamp. And those 4 things are going to help you start your business. When you leave my 8-week bootcamp, you're going to be at the point where you can start building your audience. And within 30 to 45 days, you should be able to start making sales. So I would say within 90 days, you should be able to start making sales. But while you're in the boot camp, you get a live coaching call with me every single week. You get a training module and a worksheet every single week. You get a group chat to ask me questions in between our live coaching calls that you can ask me questions pretty much every single day throughout the week. So I am basically going to hold your hand and walk you through the process of creating your business from scratch. You're going to take this idea that you think It's impossible. Because if you would have told me 8 years ago that I was going to make six figures teaching people how to coupon, I would have laughed in your face. If you would have told me that I was going to be a business coach and that I made multiple six figures in a few years, I would have laughed in your face. Okay? Like, I could not believe it back then, but that has shown me, along with some of my other clients, you can make money doing anything, especially if you like it. You can figure out a way to make money from it. So this 8-week brain to business bootcamp is the solution to my problem. Does that make sense? So based on the problem that you're solving, what offer is best fitting? And what I found with helping women, it's best to have that live component. Now, if you're someone you love the beauty industry and you are sick and tired of women having these dry and crusty lips, you create an amazing lip care line. It makes sense to have a physical product, not necessarily a class teaching me how to exfoliate my lips, right? You know what I mean? So, based on the problem that you're trying to solve, we're going to figure out what's the best offer for you to sell. Okay. I see a couple questions pop up in the comments. So, if you're new, hi, I'm Crystal. I'm a business coach. I help women take an idea from their brain and turn it into a business. I would love to know where you are watching from. So, let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what business you want to start if you want to start one. Okay. So, the first question I see is Nita says, are you able to write off your business coach as a business expense? Yes, you can write it off on your taxes under education. I write it off under education every year that I pay. Michigan tea cleaning business, but not that tech savvy. What do you think? You can always learn tech. You don't need a ridiculous amount of tech. If you have a cleaning business, you really need to focus on building your audience online. So picking one social media platform that you're comfortable with, learning everything about it, figuring out a way for your clients to pay you, a booking system, and that's pretty much it. These are all things that you can learn. Okay. These are all things that you can learn. So if you want to grow your business, it's 2024. Online is the way to go. Using social media is the way. Social media is free, right? All the other channels of marketing you're going to have to pay for, but social media is going to be one of the easiest and best ways for you to grow your audience. Also, you can always pay someone to help you with tech, but for if you have a cleaning business, you don't need a ridiculous amount of tech. A way for people to pay you, a way for people to book their appointments, and a way for you to market. That's really all you need. And I have one-on-one coaching for people who already have a business, but I also have a 6-month group coaching program for people who already have a business, but your goal is to make a consistent $1,000 per month. If you're not making a consistent $1,000 per month, the 6-month program is for you. If you don't even have a business at all, the Brain to Business Bootcamp is going to be the best place for you because you have to get the fundamentals. If you're not clear on your offer, you're not clear on your pricing, you cannot start selling. Okay. Lynn says she's in Los Angeles. Okay, Lynn in Los Angeles. Bree is here from Arizona. Thanks so much for joining. Rolanda is here from Texas. Rolande, I'm sorry. Rolande is here from Texas. Adult toy via drop shipping. Okay. I am not familiar with drop shipping. Okay, so my question is your your title says you're a mom coach, but now you're doing adult toys via drop shipping. That's very interesting. So is this page not the same page where you do the drop shipping? I don't fully understand the drop shipping. I fully don't understand it. It's very interesting to me. I know that it's very profitable if it's done right. Okay, no, it's not. Okay. So what's the mom coach? Is that another business that you're just not doing? Right? Is that just another business that you are not doing right now? Let me know. Hey, Erica, Happy New Year. Okay, so that was number 3. What is your offer and what are you selling? And if you're interested in the Brain to Business Bootcamp, y'all, we start the week of January 8th, which is next week. And the bootcamp is $549 for 8 weeks. And there is a payment plan. There's a 3-part payment plan. You can break it up into 3 payments. So if you know that you need help starting your business, if you know you need help getting it off the ground, you know you need help figuring out what you're selling and how to price it, there's 9 spots available in the Brain to Business Bootcamp that starts the week of January 8th. Payment plans are available. You can go to KristenMaximizer.com and click on Bootcamp. You can click the links in my bio on TikTok and Instagram. You can send me a DM on TikTok or Instagram. Hey, Crystal, I'm ready to start my business, but I have questions. Is this going to work for me? Whatever. I will answer your questions and we can get you in. Okay. So we have 9 spots for the program that starts the week of January 8th, which is next week, for the Brain to Business Bootcamp. That is the 8-week group coaching program where I'm going to help you take your idea from your brain, turn it into a business, your business idea, your offer, your pricing, and your social media. Okay. So, next tip for you. Okay. I already talked about this, but it's a tip on here. So, we're going to dig into it. Consistency is key. So once you've decided that your business is a priority, you know what the business is going to be, you figured out what you're going to sell. Now it's time for you to put the time on your calendar. And I did talk about this a little bit. But if you struggle, someone said they struggle with consistency. If you struggle with consistency, I need you to pull out your calendar right now. And I want you to put in the time that you are going to work on your business. Your goal is to work 7 to 10 hours per week on your new business. Even if it's just, well, I'm using an example. I think I want to start a bakery. I love baking cupcakes. I love baking. I think I want to start a bakery. So for your first 7 to 10 hours, you should be researching bakeries in your area, what it looks like to have a bakery, all the things. Researching what you want to bake, the flavors you want to bake, and most importantly, okay, before we go into a bakery, most importantly, you need to start trying out your recipes. You need to start getting your ingredients together in the sense of what is the first 2 to 3 types of treats that you want to sell. Because before you can go out there and have an actual storefront bakery, you've got to sell out your home kitchen. So, perfecting your offer, which is going to be, let's just say, cupcakes, cake pops, and cake jars. That's what you want to start off with: cupcakes, cake pops, cake jars. Those are the 3 things. Perfecting the taste of those is important. Forget about your social media. Forget about building your audience. Forget about all of that. If your cupcakes are trash, none of that matters. So, in this time that you are putting on your calendar, I really want you to be super intentional. Research the industry, research what's missing in your area. Maybe you have bakeries, but no one's doing cake pops in your area, no one's doing cake jars. That's a perfect opportunity for you. So, if you just have a lot of ideas in your brain dump all the things that you would want to do for a business. Do a pros and cons list. Look in your area to see what's available. If it's something you can do online, look at your competitors, look what's in the market. Like, get serious. If it's important and it's a priority, in these 7 to 10 hours, you may not have customers to sell to or orders to fulfill, but you should spend this time educating the hell out of yourself. Seriously. You can never be too educated. This is also the time period where you may have to buy something to help you learn more. Just like one young lady said she was thinking about real estate or bookkeeping. If she decided real estate, she's going to have to pay for a real estate class. She's going to have to pay to take the real estate exam. She's going to have to pay for her state certification. So I don't want you to think that you're not going to have to invest any money or time. So maybe you have to take a class. Maybe you want to open up your own daycare. You got to get the child care certificate. You got to go to the local community college and take a class or two. So maybe you got to buy a course. Maybe you got to get a coach. Maybe you got to go to therapy to heal some wounds. So this can all count towards the time that you are devoting to your business. But I want you to open up your calendar, and every single week, where am I spending my 7 to 10 hours in my business? So just like you go to your 9 to 5, just like you take your kids to the doctors, just like you have your brunch dates with your girlfriends, you have to treat your business in that same way. Put it on your calendar like it's a meeting with your boss and make it non-negotiable. Make it non-negotiable. The only time that I do not work on my business is if I have something emergent with my daughter. Okay? That's the only time that I'm moving stuff around. But I would say 98% of the time, if it's on my calendar and it's time to work, it's time to work. Especially more so when I had my 9 to 5, because time was, as a full-time person, I be giving myself a little flexibility because now I'm like, I need to do 3 hours of work a day. So if I wake up and I work 8 to 11 and I don't have any coaching calls, I'm done work at 11. Or if I wake up and I'm not feeling it in the morning and I don't have any coaching calls where I have to show up for clients, then maybe I'll do my work from 6 to 10 Or maybe I'll do my work like right now. Live is considered an hour of work for me. So I'll work a little bit before the live, then I'll do the live, then I'll work a little bit after. And there's my 3 hour commitment that I gave to myself. Does this make sense? So for me, 5 years in, almost 6 years, I'm like, for me, because my schedule's more open, my client times, my class times dictate when I have to show up for my clients. And then I do my work around it. Because if I know that I'm going live at 8, I'm going to start working at 7 because I'm getting ready for the live. And then after the live, I'm super energized. I love talking to y'all. I love answering the questions. I'll work for another hour after this. I've met my 3 hours, but I didn't have to wake up and start working at 7 a.m. When I had my 9 to 5, I had to be more strict with myself because I could do the bare minimum. Some days I could only get in 1 hour, and that's fine. But if you decided that this business is a priority, I want to encourage you to open up your calendar, put it on your calendar, and work during that time and get it done. Okay? So I want to open up the floor for questions. What questions do you have about starting or growing your business? What questions do you have about starting and growing your business? My last tip for you is to get help. Drop your questions in the chat. Drop your questions in the chat. And if this was helpful, can you just let me know that this was helpful? If this was helpful to you, what part was most helpful? Biggest takeaways? I love engaging with y'all, so let me know. But my last tip for you is to get help, get accountability, get support. And if you are brand new to this, the Brain to Business Bootcamp is going to be the thing for you. Again, it's 8 weeks. We meet live every single week for 8 weeks. I'm going to help you figure out your business idea. I'm going to help you figure out your offer. I'm going to help you price your offer. And I am going to help you decide your social media platform and create the content that connects. Okay. That is what I'm going to help you in 8 weeks. It's $549 and there's a 3-part payment plan. So you can break it up into 3 payments. Okay. Do you offer one-on-one? Absolutely. So a one-time one-on-one for an hour is $249. And then I also have a 6-month package if you want to work with me for 6 months. It's $4,500 for 6 months. We meet 3 times a month and you have text access to me, voice access to me every single day. So if you're interested in that Healing Organic, you can send me a DM and we can chat about which one works best for you if you're interested in one-on-one. What type of business do you have? Okay, so I have a business coaching business. So my business is a service. Always helpful. Thanks, Lydia. It's a service. So I sell coaching packages. So I sell one-on-one coaching, like I was just sharing with Healing Organics. You can do a one-time session or you can book 6 months with me. I sell my Brain to Business Bootcamp that I was just talking about. And that bootcamp is 8 weeks. And that's for women who have an idea that they want to start a business, but they're not sure. And I hold their hand and walk them through the process of starting their business from scratch. And then I have my Side Hustle Society that you can join for 6 or 12 months. This program is created to help you use social media to build your audience, market, and make a consistent $1,000 per month. So those are the 3 programs or the 3 ways that you can work with me right now as far as the type of business that I have, but it's all coaching, which I absolutely love. And then I do host a retreat once a year, once every other year. It's going to be every other year. So I'm hosting my Maximizer Money retreat this year. I'm having that this October, so I'm very excited. I'll be sharing more details and selling spots to the retreat in February. And it's for you if you want to save money or make money. It's both. It's really a vibe. So that's the thing I offer one off. And then my live streams, that's how you can connect with me for the free. And then you want to work with me on a deeper level, it's in one of my programs. I may do like a master class here and there, but not so much anymore. So Crystal, you think I should move my daycare? So Andrea, that's completely up to you. But if you can have 12 kids in your mom's house and get more help and make more money, if that's what you desire, that could work for you. But I think you should do a pros and cons list. Do a pros and cons list of what could work for you. Is it more beneficial for you to have it as an Airbnb and keep 6 kids? Or is it more beneficial for you to put your daycare in there with the 12 kids? That is a completely personal decision that you would have to assess. So just do the pros and cons of each. Do some estimates, like how much could you make with it as an Airbnb based on your area, your location, and the price. Versus if you upgraded your daycare, doubled your daycare basically, how much could you make? And what would that look like? Literally do the numbers, write it out, and do what works best for you. Maybe you don't want to have more kids in your daycare. Maybe you prefer to do the Airbnb, right? Can you go over the if someone wants to start a business? You mean you want me to go over the tips that I shared, the 5 tips? You want me to like recap it all? So yeah, I think you should just take some time and figure out what you want to do and how you want your life to look. Because if you want to phase out the daycare and just do the Airbnb and something else, then it makes sense to just keep the 6 kids and turn your mom's house into an Airbnb. But if you love the kids and that's what you desire, then it also can make sense for you to move the daycare to your house that you just inherited. Lynn, did you want me to go over the tips again that I shared here? Or do you want me to go over the details of the boot camp? Let me know which one. Okay, so the tips. Okay, so the 5 tips if you're excited and ready to start a business in 2024 is number 1, to decide that it's important and it's a priority. It's important and it's a priority. Number 2, what kind of business do you want and what problem do you want to help solve? The best businesses solve a problem and offer convenience. So, what problem are you solving? What business do you want based on what you like and what you enjoy? Do not start a business just because you can make a ridiculous amount of money, because you will stop, you will quit. It gets old fast. So, choose a business based on what you want to do. Number 3, how can you help your ideal client solve that problem? What are you selling? Are you selling a physical product? Are you selling a service? So, getting crystal clear on what you are selling. Number 4, put the time on your calendar. Your goal is to work 7 to 10 hours a week on your business. If you are basically part time in addition to your 9 to 5, put the 7 to 10 hours on your calendar and make it non negotiable. And number 5, get help, get support, get accountability. Join me in the Braden to Business Bootcamp if you need help getting this all together. So those are the 5 tips, okay? Those are the 5 tips. Hi, Alyssa. Thank you so much for joining. Are there any other questions? This was great. If you have questions after this and you're like, Crystal, I don't want my business on the internet, send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok at Krista Maximizer. If you are interested in one-on-one or you already have a business and you want to get in the Side Hustle Society, send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok. The next program I have is the Brain to Business Bootcamp, and we start the week of January 8th. So just send me a DM if you're interested. Lynn says, thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. And I pray that you all are having a great start to the year. And I also want you to remember that you get to determine what your year looks like. You cannot control what anyone else does. You can only control how you react and how you show up. So decide, how do you want your year to be? How do you want to show up? How do you want to react? That's important. You can only control you. And I decided that I'm going to have an amazing year. I decided that I'm going to show up for Crystal in a way that I haven't in a long time. I decided that I'm going to be selfish. You know, I decided that I'm going to do more of what I want. I decided that I'm going to work with the clients that I want to work with. I decided that I'm going to sell the programs that I'm going to sell. I decided that I'm not going to do a lot of master classes. I decided that I want to do more live streams. I decided that I just want to show up for myself in a better way. I decided that I want to be consistent. So I just want you to sit with yourself and decide what you want and how you want your life to look and how you want your life to look with your business. Because I've been with my family. I'm going to be here for almost a month, if I'm being honest. I'm like 2 weeks in to a month stay that was kind of unplanned. But if I would have a physical product-based business, I would not be able to have this freedom. So I decided a long time ago, I don't want a physical product business where I had to pack and ship orders. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I decided I'm not going to do that. Could I make a crap ton of money with a product? Absolutely. But I don't want that. I want to be able to have my laptop and my phone and work from anywhere, just like I'm doing right now. That if I need to stay at my mama's house for a month, I could stay at my mama's house for a month. I just spent the new year with my aunt, me and her. I stayed at my aunt's house, y'all. We ain't stopped karaoke and partying until 5 a.m. Until 5 a.m. And I was literally at her house till 6 o'clock. I was literally at her house for literally like 24 hours. And just being able to have this time with my family is just unmatched, right? And I decided that. Do you still do coupon information? On the internet? No. I still have a coupon course if you want to buy that. So you can just DM me. But no. No, no, no. There's so many couponers that you can learn from. And like for a while, I was doing both. My ideal client was the same, but it wasn't, right? Because a lot of my couponing clients did turn into business coaching clients. But I learned that like I had to pick one focus. Remember how I told y'all like it was cool to do both? Like I was mainly focusing on couponing and like dipping my toe into business. And then it swapped where I was focusing on business and like I still had my money saving clients and I still have clients to this day for couponing. But I decided to make the hard switch. I decided that, you know what, based on what I want to do and how I want to help women, I need to make this hard switch. Because as oversaturated as people like to think all the industries are, especially the business coaching industry, there's no one who looks like me that's helping like me. And I've had so many women come to me and say that I've been so relatable. They like the way that I teach. They like the way that I help them. I help them in a way that no one else has ever helped them before. They've worked with other business coaches, et cetera, et cetera. And that just shows me that like people need what I have. And I'm going to tell you this. People need what you have. You are the secret sauce. Seriously. So you not doing what your heart desires is literally holding you back. Is literally holding, I mean, I'm sorry, is literally holding others back from what they need, right? Because if I was never on here, if I was never on here helping, right, then these women wouldn't have got what they wanted or got what they needed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm just grateful that me showing up and being me is helping other women impact their life. Okay? So are there any other questions before I go? If there's any that you did not want to say in the public, just send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok. I'd love to chat with you. Otherwise, y'all have a happy new year. Happy January 1st. I think I'm done work for now. I'm trying to wake up and do more work in the morning, but I think I'm done work for now. So I want to thank y'all so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye.